wonderful people had answers to problems they had. They called the EID board on all the criminal activity, basically the money, all the money hiding. I mean, I understand what you're doing here, and I understand that everybody's being polite at this meeting. But the reality is, we all know what's been happening up there, and I want to know, what about an audit? Who calls for the audit? Does the board call for the audit? We need to look at where is the money really going? Where is it really going? We know there's floods of money going out. We know it. And there were so many people that did speak about it, and they did have answers to the infrastructure. They did have answers for so many of the problems. The board wouldn't hear it at all. You know, I mean, really down to the nitty gritty. It's like, you know, where is the money going? I mean, there's all these great ideas. I do understand what you're saying, but one of the biggest problems.
So ask a question.
Who calls for an audit? Who's going to find out where the money really is?
Okay, that's the question.
The board can call for an audit, and the board can look for these things. And I think the other area that you're touching on is getting the public's input into this. And when I made the decision to run for this seat, I have talked to Little League folks. I've talked to agriculture. I've talked to developers. I've talked to people who don't want any development, who don't want to see any more traffic, who don't want to see any more rooftops. I've talked to as many different people that I can talk to, and I can tell you it's a complicated, way more complicated set of issues than I could have ever possibly imagined. And my hope and my goal is to listen to what the folks are telling me, again, look at it through the lens of the ratepayers, and hear what you have to say and make decisions based on what the ratepayers are telling you.
I spent 3.5 years looking through EID's financials for the last dozen years in depth, and I think I have a head start on this issue. The meeting you talked about up there at the Placerville Schoolhouse, where John Fraser threatened to shut that meeting down, he cut off Bill Bergmeister, a former EID director. I gotta say, Bill Bergmeister is my hero. He put on the ballot an advisory vote back in 1970 that asked if the ratepayers should be able to weigh in on EID's debt. That thing passed 71.2% to 28.8%. EID's thumbed its nose at that, and they raise debt whenever they want to. I gotta say, Al Marcus back there, he's also my hero because he tried to do the same, file on the same kind of things. We gotta, go back to these conservative values of let's live within our means. Let's not have debt going up. It'd be nice to get it going down, but I'd settle for a first start. Let's stop, having it increase.
The short answer to the long question, the board can call for an audit any time. The answer to your real question is, again, I would have a kitchen cabinet. I would have stakeholders. You could be one of them. I would have people that I would meet with periodically to get their input, and also to have them have a clear vision of everything that's going on at EID so they can carry it back to their friends and neighbors. I would also have an interactive website where we could communicate at any time. If you wanted to call for an audit, you could email me and say, hey, Dale, call for an audit. You understand? Interactive government. You participate.
Did we run out of questions? No, we didn't.
How many board members are there now, and what would board members expect?
There are 5 board members, and there's 2 seats up for election, Division 2 and 4.
Okay, thank you, and thanks for running, Bill. We appreciate it.
So did we exhaust the questions? I guess we did, so I'm not going to go any. So now we have a 2-minute summary. I guess you can sit down and, let's see, who started?
I started, so.
So, Dale, you want to go first?
I can just finish where I started.
I was right in the middle. I think where I stopped is my healthcare background, management skills, knowledge of water, track record of finding innovative solutions to complex problems uniquely qualifies me to cut the debt, stop the runaway rate increases, and protect our water. Nearly half of the debt result from regulatory mandated measures by state bureaucracies. I'll have the time to lobby Sacramento politicians against unnecessary regulations. Again, it's mandatory that we maintain local control. We don't need to have our problems solved for us. We need to solve our own problems without governmental bureaucratic interference. Another large portion of the debt in EID, and we've talked about it, has been from wasting the ratepayers' money on unnecessary projects. We built plants for development that didn't happen. Doing cost-benefit analysis, using solid data to prevent any further waste of the ratepayers' money is mandatory. 2 years ago, I helped Alan Day run for the EID board. To date, he's been the lone voice for reason on the board. Like me, he's a fiscal conservative. He voted against the 5-year rate increase plan. He voted against management raises. He proposed a budget cut of $2 million that was voted down by the board. Now he needs my help again. He and I can work together to effect changes at EID. Cut the debt, stop runaway rate increases, and secure and protect our water. I'm now ready to take on a major patient in EID. I have the right prescription for that patient, and together we can produce a cure. My name is Dale Coco, Dr. Dale Coco. I'm running for the EID Board of Directors, Division 4. I want your vote. You can look at further information at my website, which is coco4eid.com. I want to thank the Tea Party for inviting me here tonight. And I want to say this has been a real experience because I've never run for office before and I've never made a political speech.
Thank you, Dale. Okay, Greg, you get to go next.
EID is supposed to be first and foremost for the ratepayers. There's some 39,000 of us. If you look at EID's organization chart, it puts ratepayers right there at the top. Yet EID's board for too long has acted like EID is first and foremost for special interests. EID is not first and foremost for bond salesmen who rejoice with every new bond offering. It's not first and foremost for added capacity for developers who were already paying 17% of our rates to finance. It's not first and foremost for El Dorado County stimulus programs, jobs program for EID consultants and contractors. It's not first and foremost for generating electricity for PG&E, where we got a $130 million deal up the hill that really half of the cost of that should be for thrown back to PG&E. It's not first and foremost for employees who receive unaffordably generous benefit packages. We got $127,000 packages. The base salaries are fine, but the problem is you have $49,000 of benefits, plus you got up to 10 weeks PTO, paid time off annually. No, instead of these other stakeholders, EID is supposed to be for the ratepayers. So this is what I'm running about. You know, I'm not a politician either. You know, we're all, I guess, rookies in that regard. But I've been involved with EID for 3.5 years. I don't like what I've seen. I want to, you know, step up and make a difference. I feel I have a responsibility because of what I know that I need to run, and you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. One way or another, in November, you know, I'll be liberated because I'll either be put in, I'll have a mandate to go in and do what I want to try to do, or you'll send me home. So either way, it's that. It just takes 3 votes to change things on the board. And it's not like a Prop 218 contest where you got to get 50% plus 1 of 39,000 ratepayers. You don't need 19,500 people to do things. You just need 3 votes. So you get 3 people on that board that are going to do something, all of a sudden things can change. They can change a lot. So I'm Greg Prada. I'm running for Division 2. And I hope to see y'all from in the audience come December.
First of all, I want to thank Greg and Dale for the debate tonight and answering the questions. And I want to thank the Tea Party again for this opportunity in Norwin. I was born and raised in California. I've got clients out in Texas that love to call me and say, you guys are a train wreck out there and we think it's hilarious. You guys are falling apart at the seams. I'm not ready to give up on her yet. I think we can do some great things in this state. I think if you get some people on boards like this who are fiscally responsible, who are paying attention to the people who got them elected instead of the interests who didn't. I haven't taken a dime from any person or interest other than friends of mine that I went to law school with and that I've done work with outside of anything having to do with the EID or El Dorado County. I think it's important that you go in, you elect people that are going to focus on the people that got them there. And in this case, it's the ratepayers. These hikes have got to stop, and we need people who have real world, non-bureaucratic business minds to go in and solve those problems. My name's Jake Flesher, and I think I'm that man. I'd appreciate your vote in November.
Thank you. Thank you, candidates, for, I think, an excellent debate and great answers to the questions. And thanks the audience for coming and asking the questions. And before I let you go, I'd like to know, how many people are in Division 2? Anybody? Okay. How about Division 4? Yeah. Well, it's word spreads. So Division 2, yeah. Division 2, we have maybe 6, 8 people. Division 4, a few more. In Division 5, Alan Day's division. Oh, I got Sherry and, okay.
Question to the podium, sir.
Sir.
Where is Serrano in all of this?
It's split. It's split. Part of it's in Division 5, and part of it's in Division 4.
Bass Lake to Silver Valley is.
You, I think, are in Division 4.
Division 4.
Yeah. So, Jake and Dale. So the reason I asked that question is one of the core values of the Tea Party is fiscally responsible government. And regardless of whether you're in one of these two divisions where the seats are up for election, you ought to consider supporting one of these candidates. Even if you're in Division 5 and Alan Day is your director, you can work for these candidates if you see somebody that you like, and you can give them money. And believe me, money counts when it comes to running political campaigns. So if you want to see change, pick a candidate and step up to the plate and help them. And that's what is going to take this country back, is when people get involved at the lower levels, and we get people elected that are fiscally responsible, and of course the Tea Party's view, conservative when it comes to running a government and running a business. So thank you all for coming, and feel free to buttonhole these guys and ask them offline questions if you like. And again, thanks a lot for coming this evening.